In 1914, he involved in military services as a lieutenant in Signal Corps and was survived being buried under the dead bodies. Gropius could not draw, and was dependent on collaborators and partner interpreters throughout his career. In school he hired an assistant to complete his homework for him. He left the Polytechnic without a degree after 7 years. Before the period of World War, there was a huge variety in architecture style around the world. Bauhaus, founded by Walter Gropius. Originally an art school known house of construction. Historically, the art and design are always taught separately. Bauhaus offers a combination of art and design. The ultimate aim of Bauhaus is the unified work of art. It unites the world and brings to world of simplicity. To still, namely as a balance between vertical and horizontal forces begin to influence the Bauhaus typography. De Stijl advocated the use of flat primary colors, rectangular forms, straight, horizontal and vertical lines, never diagonal. It was an inspiration for the director's house to be built. Gropius designed the exterior as a series of interlocking cubes. The initial impression of director's house is the juxtaposition of vertical and horizontal elements. The horizontal layers of the building formed a balance with the vertical windows. Director's house formed by the interlocking of L-shaped rectangular and a square at a corner. The protruding cubic of first floor forms shadows beneath the building, forming a floating effect to the director's house. Flat roof is applied in director's house, created an extra living space, such as sunbathing. It is different from the ancient slanted rooftop with attic. Avoidance of timber rafters, mainly the cause of fire. Elimination of unnecessary surfaces presented to the action of wind and weather, and therefore less need for repairs. In Gropius' belief, attention from the sky should be paid to the building by the development of the aircraft. Flat roof building will then create an impressive view from sky like hanging gardens. Theirs was a separate hidden entrance on the street side of the house that was architecturally clever, led to a basement specially prepared for the caretaker for 7 houses. The most important rooms were located in the ground floor. The organization of rooms according to usage and light sources. Ateliers, stairwell, kitchen, pantry and toilet all face north, away from direct light. Living room, dining room, bedroom, garden, terraces and balconies all face the sun. The living and dining areas were facing south with a partially roofed terrace above formed by the angled upper story. It was the only one that did not have a studio, but it did have a room for a maid and space for guests. A floor plan more reminiscent of the upper class, by insistent of Gropius of using white. The whole building of director's house is white compared to the master's house, which blue, red and yellow. Living room that also served as an office could be opened up to the adjoining dining room in order to create a larger space. The dining room which then connected to the kitchen. The arrangement of the floor plan in director's house had been cast purposely to fulfill the aim of ergonomical. People could get onto the terrace through the French windows. Every corner was filled up by a balcony or terrace for easier approach to nature. This fulfilled the dream of Gropius of blurring the line between nature and man-made. As look out over the landscape, you will be part of the nature. In conclusion, Bauhaus emphasized on the standardization of the building elements. Unnecessary is rejected in Bauhaus. Gropius aimed to unite artists and craftspeople in order to embrace technological development. The director's house is the declaration of the standardization and normalization in industrial architecture which practiced mass-produced and prefabricated method. Gropius's practice of mathematical consistency can be seen in director's house, which bring to the cheaper and accelerate the building process. The design will not be for its own sake, function should be fulfilled. Form follows function can be seen in every Bauhaus-influenced design. Now Nowadays, Bauhaus can be seen everywhere. It can be the signboard along the roadside, the furniture, graphic design, and architecture. So, how Bauhaus is your house?